Reading Objective C.D.B. 3, 2018-19. Read the following and answer the questions below. Just a trim. Characters: Lonnie, 13-year-old girl. Asia, 13-year-old girl. Jeremiah, Asia's brother, 11 years old. The curtain rises. Asia and Lonnie are sitting on a couch in Asia's living room, reading magazines. Lonnie, would this haircut look good on me? She turns the magazine around so that the page is facing Asia. Asia squeals, "Yes, I love that. I love the asymmetrical cut for the summer." Lonnie, "It's so cool. Raquel Johnson totally rocked this look at the music awards show last week. Have you heard her new song?" Asia, "Of course. Singing. Sometimes you have to find a perfect." Jeremiah enters quickly. Jeremiah, faking panic, "Is everything okay? It sounded like someone was hurt." Asia, "Very funny. Go away." Jeremiah, "Trust me, I do not want to be here. I'm just getting my baseball cap." He walks to the other side of the room, retrieves his cap, and exits. Lonnie, "This style has to be cut flawlessly." Asia, "It can't be that hard to copy. There's some layering around your face, but it looks easy enough." Lonnie, "I'll call the salon around the corner." Asia, "You should let me do it right now." Lonnie, "Do you even know how to cut hair?" Asia, "Yes, my family never goes to the salon. My dad cuts hair. I've watched him do it 1,000 times. The scissors and aprons are upstairs." Lonnie, raising her eyebrow, "So you've never actually cut anyone's hair before?" Asia, "Don't worry. Anyway, why should you pay a salon when I'll do it for free?" Lonnie pauses. "Fine. But start by just trimming my hair. Then we'll see." Asia, "I'll get the scissors." Asia runs off stage. Lonnie sits in a chair, tapping her foot and flipping through a magazine. Asia enters and puts an apron on Lonnie. Asia, "This shouldn't take long." Lonnie closes her eyes tightly. Asia holds a thick bunch of Lonnie's hair and puts it in between the blades of the scissors. She closes her eyes and cuts. When she opens her eyes, she lets out a deep breath. Lonnie, opening one eye, "Is everything okay?" Asia, "Of course." Asia smiles widely as she continues cutting. She continues and snips with gusto. Lonnie sits quietly. After a few minutes, Asia stops singing and stares at Lonnie's hair. Jeremiah enters. Jeremiah, "Asia, have you seen my baseball?" "What are you doing?" Asia, "I'm giving Lonnie a makeover." Jeremiah, "Into what?" Lonnie sits up straight and stares at Jeremiah. "Go away, Jeremiah." Asia, "Go away, Jeremiah." To Lonnie, "Don't worry, everything's fine." Jeremiah, "Sure, if you want to look like a wild dog." He exits. Lonnie, "Can I have a mirror?" Asia, "Not yet." She stops cutting and holds a magazine next to Lonnie's face. She looks at the magazine and then at Lonnie. She speaks slowly. "How would you feel about parting your hair on the left instead of the right?" Lonnie, anxiously, "What? Why? In the magazine, the girl's hair was parted in the middle." "Relax." She continues cutting Lonnie's hair. "I'm just adding some flair." Lonnie, "Give me a mirror." Asia, "You have to wait until I'm done." She continues cutting. Lonnie, "Asia, stop. I want to see my hair." Asia, "No problem. I just finished. It's exactly what I was going for." Lonnie stands and walks over to the mirror hanging on the wall. She shrieks. Lonnie, "Oh no, I can't let anyone see me like this." Asia, "Why not? It's cut short on one side and long on the other. It's just like in the magazine." "Well, maybe a little different, but that's a good thing, right? You don't want to copy someone's look anyway, do you? You're a trendsetter." Lonnie, "There is nothing attractive about this." She holds up a mango cluster of hair in front of her watering eyes. Asia frowning. You don't like it? Lonnie. If you think it looks great, so great, then put on this apron and I'll give you this haircut. Asia, well, we have different facial structures. You look nice with shorter hair. My face is round. Long hair suits me better. Lonnie, just admit that you messed up. This haircut is terrible. Asia stares at the ground and says nothing. There's a moment of quiet. Jeremiah enters. Jeremiah, are you sure my bat isn't in the... He stops and stares at Lonnie's hair. He walks to Lonnie and takes off his baseball cap. I think you're going to need this. He puts the hat on her head and exits. Lonnie, what am I going to do? You ruined my hair. Asia, look, I'm sorry. I'll call the salon and set up an appointment for both of us. I'll get the same haircut as you. We'll be all anyone can talk about. Lonnie, in a good way, I hope. And the next time you get one of your wild ideas, you get to go first. Asia, smiling. That's fair. I'm sure that way I'll give it a little bit more thought. Asia and Lonnie began sweeping up the hair clippings. Curtain closes. Number 1. Why does a playwright include the stage directions in paragraph 22? A. To imply that Asia is taking the task of cutting Lonnie's hair seriously. B. To indicate... B. To indicate that both Lonnie and Asia are nervous about the haircut. C. To reveal that Asia has more experience cutting hair than she said she did. D. To show that Asia is pleased that she has a chance to cut someone's hair. Number 2. Why does Lonnie agree to let Asia cut her hair? A. Lonnie decides that a free haircut from Asia is better than paying for a salon haircut. B. Lonnie trusts that Asia's father has taught Asia how to cut hair properly. C. Lonnie knows Asia has access to the right tools for cutting hair. D. Lonnie believes that her hair will look just like the style she wants if Asia cuts it. Number 3. What does the word gusto mean in paragraph 25? A. Concern. B. Precision. C. Curiosity. D. Enthusiasm. Number 4, what is the best summary of the play? A. Asia and Lonnie look through magazines and notice a hairstyle worn by a singer they like. Lonnie wants her haircut in that style, and Asia tells Lonnie she has watched her father cut hair. Lonnie agrees to let Asia cut her hair. While Asia is cutting her hair, her brother comes in and out of the room looking for his baseball bat. Asia finishes Lonnie's haircut, but Lonnie says it's terrible. B. Lonnie sees a hairstyle she likes in a magazine and agrees to let Asia cut her hair. Lonnie worries when Asia won't give her a mirror, and Jeremiah comments on her appearance. Asia tries to improve the haircut, but Lonnie is upset when she finally gets to see it. Asia tries to make Lonnie feel better, and the girls agree to get matching haircuts together at a salon. Letter C. Asia and Lonnie are looking through magazines when they decide they like a singer's hairstyle. Asia suggests that she can cut Lonnie's hair to look like the style in the magazine. Asia persuades Lonnie to let her do it by saying that she has seen her father cut hair many times. After Asia finishes, the girls plan to go to the salon together to get matching haircuts. Letter D. Lonnie wants a haircut like the one she sees in a magazine. Asia offers to cut her hair for free, and Lonnie agrees to let her. Jeremiah, Asia's brother, makes comments about Lonnie's hair that worry her. When Lonnie finally sees her finished haircut, she blames Asia for ruining it. She tells Asia to put on the apron so that Lonnie can cut her hair with the same style. Number 5. Why does the playwright include the sensory language in paragraph 43? A. To show the reader that Lonnie is overreacting to the situation. B. To allow the reader to better visualize the style of the haircut. C. To help the reader understand how distraught Lonnie feels. D. To tell the reader that Lonnie puts a lot of thought into her hairstyle. Number 6. What can the reader infer about Asia and Lonnie based on how the play ends? A. Asia and Lonnie will get into trouble for the mess that they made. B. Asia and Lonnie will have their hair cut only by professionals in the future. C. Asia and Lonnie will continue to be friends despite what has happened. D. Asia will choose a hairstyle different from the one Lonnie chose. Read the following and answer the questions below. My River, by Rafael Espinosa. My river has a bridge where I like to sit, dangling my legs and listen. Lots of things change quickly, but the river takes its time, and for some reason that's comforting. The summer green grass whispers excitedly, as if passing on secrets. The trees murmur wisely, nodding with the wind. The birds gossip, and there are rustles and an occasional splash as various animals go about living. And then there is the river, which passes on heedless of all, intent always to push forward. As it flows beneath me, it seems to say hello and goodbye at once. Must be moving, there is so much to see. It reminds me that life is an adventure. And whatever bad feelings I brought with me, the river carries them away. Rivers make good friends. They help you remember what the world makes you forget. Number 7. The poet placed lines 25 and 26 in their own stanza to A. Show that the river affects the speaker's relationships with others. B. Emphasize the speaker's disappointment after spending time at the river. C. Indicate that the speaker goes to the river in search of adventure. D. Highlight the outcome of the speaker's experience while at the river. Number 8. Which theme is explored in the poem? A. Learning about the patterns of nature can be exciting. B. Nature can provide perspective on life. C. People should set aside time in their daily schedule to relax. D. People who are honest with themselves are better able to appreciate life. Number 9. The description of the setting in lines 8 through 19 highlights a contrast between A. The liveliness of the woods and the steady pace of the river. B. The simplicity of nature and the complexity of the speaker's emotions. C. The playfulness of nature and the seriousness of the speaker's purpose. D. The variety of living organisms around the river and the lack of living organisms in the river. Letter D is the variety of living organisms around the river and the lack of living organisms in the river. Number 10. Which sentence best describes the speaker's relationship with the river? A. The river forces the speaker to make a decision. B. The river reminds the speaker of what is important. C. The river introduces the speaker to the outdoors. D, the river provides the speaker with an unusual experience. Number 11, which line from the poem best expresses why the speaker visits the river? A, where I like to sit. B, whispers excitedly. C, they help you remember. D, the trees murmur wisely. Number 12, the poet uses personification in the 6th stanza to show that the river teaches the speaker about A, making good decisions, B, protecting an important resource, C, enjoying the experience of living, D, appreciating the beauty of nature. Read the following and answer the questions below. The Investor's Digest. The source of inventive inspiration. January 2015, Volume 1. Natural inspiration. Many inventors spend years thinking about and developing their ideas before their inventions become reality. Sometimes, though, a person unexpectedly stumbles across the perfect idea, as did the Swiss engineer Georges de Mestral. Mestral was born in 1907 and became interested in building and design when he was a child. As an adult, he worked for an engineering company. In 1941, Mestral was outside with his dog when he noticed small, round speed pods stuck to his clothing and his dog's fur. As he was removing these pesky burrs, he began wondering how these seed pods attach themselves to different materials. A burr is a seed with hooks that discourage animals from eating the seed. That is a caption under the picture. Wanting to learn the answer, Mestral took a look at the burrs under a microscope. What he saw was that the prickly stickers on the burrs had hooks, and these tiny hooks that allowed the burrs to latch onto the soft loops in the fabric of his clothing and in his dog's fur. Mestral realized that he could create something similar that could be used as a fastener. He began to call his idea Velcro, a combination of the words velvet and crochet. Velcro has also become the name of the company that manufactures the fastener. When Mestral first presented his idea to manufacturing companies, the companies were not interested. After several rejections, he enlisted the help of sewing experts in France to develop his idea. At first, Mestral used cotton for his two-sided fasteners, but he repeated fastening and unfastening caused the cotton to wear too quickly. He eventually began using the synthetic material nylon, which was sturdier. It took Mestral nearly 10 years to perfect his design and automated production methods. The invention was patented in Switzerland in 1955. Caption under the picture. Velcro has become the term for this type of hook and loop fastener. Velcro began to sell very well and became known as a zipperless zipper. In the 1960s, National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, began using Velcro to secure equipment in zero-gravity environment of outer space. Velcro was also used to fasten devices in hospitals, hold together car parts, and make seats of airplanes detachable. In 1968, Velcro made its first appearance on footwear, and soon children around the world were fastening their shoes with Velcro instead of shoelaces. A strip of Velcro. That's under the picture. Today, the company is worth millions of dollars because so many people have recognized a variety of uses for the hook and loop fastener. Just as Mistral was inspired by nature to create his invention, people continue to be inspired to find new uses for Velcro. Third-party trademarks Velcro and NASA were used in these testing materials. Crochet is a method of making cloth that uses a hooked needle to form and weave loops. Read the following and answer the questions below. A brilliant beetle. Natural resources are materials or substances that occur in nature and are of some value to humans. Depending on the environment, certain natural resources are more scarce than others and therefore more valuable. More than 1 billion people currently live in environments where water is in short of supply, making water one of the most highly prized natural resources on the planet. Scientists are always searching for ways to increase access to this valuable resource. They may have found a solution in an unlikely area, one of the most arid places on Earth. Despite being one of the world's driest places, with only several inches of annual rainfall, the Namib Desert in Africa is home to many creatures. The Namib beetle is a unique organism that thrives in the environment because of its amazing physical adaptation. The wings on the Namib beetle are filled with bumps and grooves that help it collect water from the air. The top of each bump is smooth like glass and attracts water. But the slopes of each bump and the troughs in between the bumps have waxy surfaces that repel water. The Namib beetle. The design of the Namib beetle's wings allow the beetle to harvest water in an environment where there is virtually none. The beetle takes advantage of the fog that rolls into the Namib Desert about 6 times a month. Each time this occurs, the Namib beetle positions its body at a 45-degree angle to the wind. As the wind pushes the fog across the desert, each bump on the beetle's back collects tiny droplets of water. When enough moisture has been collected from the fog, a drop rolls off the bumps into the waxy grooves and then into the mouth of the beetle. A drop of water at the mouth of the Namib beetle, under the picture. Scientists are using the Namib beetle wing design as a guide for creating their own water collection surfaces. Scientists working at a laboratory for the British Ministry of Defense have embedded dozens of glass spheres into thin layers of wax. Similar to the bumps and grooves on the wings of the beetle, the smooth glass bubbles collect water while the wax repels it. By placing glass and wax panels in environments with high moisture air, the scientists think they will be able to collect water. The scientists hope that the beetle-inspired panels can increase people's access to water in areas where water is scarce. The Namib beetle's extraordinary wing design may also provide unexpected solutions to other modern-day problems. In areas where dense fog causes disruptions, panels of these water-gathering surfaces may be able to eliminate the fog. This could potentially reduce travel delays at airports and prevent fog-related hazards on roadways. It seems that studying this little beetle may lead to a variety of benefits for humans. Use natural inspiration to answer questions 13 through 16. What is the best summary of the article? A Velcro, a fastener named from a combination of the words velvet and crochet, was invented by Swiss engineer George de Mestral. He modeled Velcro after burrs that he found in nature. He learned that nylon was the best material to use to make Velcro. B. George de Mestral was an engineer from Switzerland who had a curious mind. After studying burrs stuck to his dog's fur, Mistral decided to create a new kind of fastener. Velcro, the product that Mistral created, is a hook and loop fastener that works the same way burrs work in nature. C. George de Mistral was an engineer who invented Velcro, a type of hook and loop fastener modeled after burrs Mistral found stuck to his dog's fur. Mistral overcame many obstacles as he worked to produce Velcro. Today, Velcro is commonly used to fasten a variety of materials. Letter D. A curious man, George de Mistral, noticed one day that burrs were stuck to his dog's fur. He looked at these burrs under a microscope and saw that tiny hooks on the burrs allowed them to latch onto the fur. Mistral went on to invent Velcro, which uses hooks similar to those found on the burrs. Number 14. The photographs in the article help the reader understand the A. Reason nylon is superior to cotton for making Velcro. B. Similarity between man-made Velcro and natural occurring burrs. C. Difficulty Mistral had creating his design for Velcro. D. Reason Mistral thought Velcro would be a useful invention. Number 15. One challenge that Mistral encountered while inventing Velcro was finding A. Different uses for Velcro. B. A country willing to approve a patent for Velcro. C. A way to make a profit by selling Velcro. D. A manufacturer that would produce Velcro. 16. The reader can conclude from the details in paragraph 4 that Mistral, A. was determined to make his idea for Velcro a reality. B. Did not receive the product for rights for Velcro. C. Was denied help because companies had difficulty manufacturing Velcro. D. Wanted Velcro to be known as the world's best fastener. Use a brilliant beetle to answer questions 17 through 20. Number 17. The photograph after paragraph 3 is included in this selection to A. Show the process of how fog turns into water. B. Allow the reader to envision the size of the Namib beetle. C. Help the reader visualize how the Namib beetle collects water to demonstrate how much water is needed by desert insects. Number 18 through 24 will be on a second video.